Europe is a much more integrated market than it is a more integrated community or union. That's certainly true. But the European Union was set up as a unique experiment in regional governance. Not global governance, but regional governance. It was set up to reflect the interdependence, both in security terms but also in economic terms, of the core countries of the founding of the European Union. Now, what's happened is that Europe has become part of a much smaller global village, connected in a remarkable series of ways: people, business, culture. And the European Union has to decide what's its unique contribution. I think the unique contribution of the European Union is to provide a degree of political integration, cooperation between nation states on the one hand, intergovernmental cooperation, and supranational cooperation on the other. Trade, environment would be the examples of that. And to use institutions set up for those purposes of cooperation and of integration to govern in the interests of the people of the countries concerned. Now, the dilemma is twofold for Social Democrats. On the one hand, the political identity is with the countries, not with the European Union, and therefore the community, the union, doesn't exist in people's minds in the way that it might have done 30 or 40 years ago. That's one important aspect. Secondly, all of our tools, both mental tools and political tools, were developed to operate in countries or in localities, not beyond the international level. And so when we talk about instability, unsustainability, insecurity beyond the national level, we struggle to have to hand the tools that would work well.
Indeed.
So that, you asked me what is the dilemma. I think those are the two core dilemmas. They are dilemmas, if you like, of legitimacy and dilemmas of efficiency. Now, there's a third dilemma which I think is very, very important for the series that you're trying to discuss, which is that the politics of the European Union in most countries is still defined according to whether you're more or less pro-Europe, not whether you have a social democratic view of Europe or a Christian democratic view of Europe. In fact, pro-European Christian Democrats and pro-European Social Democrats have more in common than pro-European Social Democrats and anti-European Social Democrats. And that is a real issue. I remember at the time that the European Constitution was being discussed, the late and now dead European Constitution. One of the European left groups was having a summer conference of some kind. And the question I posed was, what is the distinctive social democratic contribution to discussion about the future of Europe, rather than just water into the Constitution of Europe as it then was discussed? And I think that is a much more fundamental question. That's why I'm interested in the series that you're trying to promote.